This is Claude for accountants and finance, the plain version. Here is the quiet truth about finance. Your job is to explain what the numbers mean, but making sure those numbers are actually right is where all the time goes. It's rereading the board deck for the fourth time after the figures refresh again, reconciling the general ledger to the subledger, line by line, writing the same variance commentary from a blank cell. Claude holds the integrity layer underneath the work. It runs the close as a first pass and drafts the variance story in your own voice. You review, approve, and bring the judgment. To do this, you use a specific set of tools. You use Claude Cowork, Claude for Excel, Skills, Connectors, and Projects. These are available across the Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise tiers. This is a text output showing what that looks like in practice. You hand Claude a board deck and ask it to validate that every single number and claim reconciles back to a single source of truth.
Here is a completed general ledger to subledger bank reconciliation. Claude runs the lines and automatically extracts the breaks into distinct classifications. This split view shows a first-pass monthly variance write-up drafted in your house voice on the left and Claude for Excel tracing a broken cell reference on the right. When the system handles these foundational verification tasks, you can trust the base data without spending your entire week proofreading it. Habit 1 is closing faster. You can cut the month-end close time by up to 60% by running reconciliations as an automated first pass. You hand Claude the general ledger and the subledgers. It reconciles the lines and pulls out the mismatched items for you. After classifying those breaks, Claude drafts the reviewer commentary and runs a flux analysis across all three financial statements. You lock this in by encoding your month-end close and SOX controls as skills. This ensures the exact same steps run the exact same way every single reporting period. Because the system is encoded to run the prep work consistently, it remains audit-safe by design. Your role shifts from the preparer to the approver. Habit 2 moves up from the data to the narrative layer to draft the variance story. Because the base data is already reconciled and trusted, you drop the financial table directly into Claude to draft the first pass commentary. This graphic shows data transforming directly into narrative. You prompt Claude to write in your house voice, referencing last month's tone so the formatting and vocabulary stay perfectly consistent. The output identifies revenue versus budget, the exact percentage off, and the primary business drivers behind the change. With the integrity layer automated, your energy goes into framing the narrative for the board, rather than checking the math behind it. Habit 3 is using Claude for Excel to build, audit, and trace financial models. Before you invest time reading a new model, you ask Claude to summarize its key drivers and flag any structural issues. This visual represents tracing a broken cell reference. Claude navigates backward across multiple spreadsheet tabs to find the root cause of a balance sheet that refuses to balance. You wire in your broader context by connecting Google Sheets, Documents, and Slack using MCP connectors. Setting up a project keeps the memory and rules consistent for that specific reporting period. The close, the variance commentary, and the modeling stop being three isolated tasks and become one continuous, context-aware workflow. To see the real-world impact, we can look at Anthropic's own corporate finance team, which uses this exact functional stack. This visual shows the ultimate payoff. This workflow reclaims up to 20 hours a week. We also see practitioner teams taking an 8-day close down to just 3 days. Reclaiming half a working week means those hours go straight into scenario questions, forward-looking analysis, and the actual human judgment the business requires. This is episode 4 of Claude at Work. Next up, teachers. Plain Bureau explains AI tools in plain English. We are entirely independent. Got a role you want covered? Tell us, and it becomes an episode.